to a larger audience, and that will automatically lead to more sales. Have a chance to try them on in real life. What's the point? Which is not true. In reality, you will get your audience confused, and that is not sustainable at all. Hello everyone, my name is Nathalie. I'm a founder of Dressarte Paris, and today I'm going to share the most common mistakes most entrepreneurs make when launching a fashion brand. I learned it the hard way, and I hope that my tips will help you avoid same mistakes, and let's get into it. Mistake number one is trying to please everybody and design for everybody. You might think that if you create more items, more design, you will please to a larger audience, and that will automatically lead to more sales. In reality, you will get your audience confused and you will get your brand diluted. So be clear who you're designing for, be clear what's the problem you're trying to solve, who's your audience. So for Dressarte, the niche was designing sustainable, made-to-measure and custom clothes for people who appreciate craftsmanship, quality and invest in items that last. Once I was clear about that, all our marketing strategy aligned really well with the business purpose. Mistake number two is ignoring numbers. A lot of creative people focus on the design, ignoring completely the cost, the margin, cash flow, and that is not sustainable at all. Money loves clarity, so you need to be familiar with numbers. Even if you're not a financial expert, that's totally fine. Just learn the basics of pricing, budgeting, forecasting. That will help you incredibly when you run your own business. You can always consult specialists who will guide you. And by the way, I have an episode with the financial coach, and I will leave you guys a link in the description box if you want to check it out. A strong business model is just as important as creating beautiful designs. If you are starting a business, you might be wearing a lot of hats, multiple hats. Marketer, accountant, designer, customer service. We've been all there. That's absolutely fine when you start, but this is again a not very sustainable solution. So try to use freelancers to help you do some small tasks. If you don't have a lot of budget, try to be creative about it. You don't need to have a full-time team working for you all day long. Try to work with people on hourly basis. There are a number of websites where you can hire people to do a job that you're probably not too passionate about. That will help you grow faster. There are also a number of AI tools these days that can actually help you do a lot of tasks, and I will leave you guys a few AI tools that I normally use on a daily basis that help me incredibly in managing my business. So another mistake is to producing too much before actually know the real demand and what customers want. And I see it all the time. I work as a consultant with young designers, emerging brands, startups, and a lot of people get confused, especially when it comes to launching their first collections. So many designers try to compare different production costs, thinking that the less you spend on a single item during the production, the better it will be for the brand, which is not true. I would better focus on quality over quantity. I know that production costs might be higher if you produce less, but here is the thing. If you're just launching a brand, people don't know about you. Fashion cycle changes so fast, so by the time people will learn about you, the items you design might not be relevant, and you will most probably end up with a lot of unsold inventory, and then it's a huge waste. It's a huge waste of money. It's a huge waste of resources. I would definitely advise you to be smart about that. Make your calculations. Try to produce small batches. Try to be creative with the business model. You might consider offering your products on a pre-order basis or custom made. Quite often, ordering 20 to 30 items would make so much sense than ordering 100, 1000 items at once without knowing the real demand. So once again, be smart about that. And if you're looking for a reliable partner, we are here at Dressarte to guide you, and we're happy to create your first collections, starting from the design process to pattern development and the final production. And we have very reasonable, low quantity requirements. just because I was there when I first launched my brand, and I definitely want to support you if you are planning to launch your own fashion business. A lot of people think that a fashion brand is only about clothes, which is not true at all. People want to know what you stand for, what your values, what your mission, what's the story behind the brand. So do not hesitate to put your own story out there, to tell the world why you created this fashion brand, what you want to achieve by doing that, which problem you are solving. Fashion is a lot about values, connection with people. So in my case, I grew up in a family of tailors. I get used to having all my clothes custom made and made to measure when I was a kid. And I was so frustrated by fast fashion. So I really wanted to create an alternative solution to that and bring tailoring process online so it could be accessible to people across the world. And my passion for craftsmanship, this connection between the people who produce the clothes and people who wear them, was really important to me. So another mistake is to be perfect at everything. But speaking about clothing production, for example, I see designers making rounds of revisions, alterations, trying to achieve what they have in mind. The truth is that your clients might not realize that at all. They might not be interested in what you are designing. I'm sorry to say that, but that's the reality. So don't spend too much time on revising every single detail of the design you create. Try to find this balance of having your clothes made so it could be good enough for the first launch. And then you will collect clients' feedback, you will improve your designs, your clothes, together with your clients, and you will know for sure that this is what they want to see in your future collections. So what I'm trying to say, don't spend too much time trying to guess what people would want, revisiting things that nobody besides you have ever seen in real life, and try to be quite fast with launching your brand, because it's better to launch your brand and get real feedback rather than staying in your own studio trying to redesign clothes again and again, and nobody will ever have a chance to try them on in real life. What's the point? As you can see, launching your fashion brand is more than just clothing. It's storytelling, it's strategy, it's marketing, it's financials. And remember, define your niche, understand your numbers, delegate, test before you produce, and build a strong brand story. And if you found, guys, these tips helpful, these insights useful, do let me know in the comments if you want to see more content like this, and I would be happy to share my tips and my everyday journey with managing my own fashion brand. Thank you guys for watching, and I really hope to see you in the next one.